Let's look at the Doha Bank results in the Gulf market, how they have done. Doha Bank reported 380 million net profit for the first quarter of 2021, 17.3% as against last year, 324 million. This year, 380 million. Total assets, 5.7 billion, 5.4% growth to reach 112 billion as of 31st March 2021. Net loans and advance increased by 71 billion or 8%. Customer deposit shows an increase of 16% from 55 billion to 64 billion. The bank cost income ratio has come down from 30.8% to 26.5%. The total shareholders equity by the end quarter is 14 billion, showing an increase of 15%. The bank continued to strengthen the key capitalization ratios, where the total capital adequacy ratio of the bank increased 19.7% and March to 16.2% compared to the same period last year. So, what is the reason? Number one, net interest income due to drop in interest expenses. That plays a big role, over 100 million. A drop in fees and commissions, 16 million. Net income from investment securities dropped nearly 39 million. Now, increase in impairment of loans and advances, nearly 45 million net. Reduction in impairment other financial assets, 23 million. Now, reduction in impairment of investments, 4.4 million. Reduction in staff expense and depreciation, 6 million. Surge in net profit is nearly 57 million. So what we have done Doha Pay Wallet, and we won Golden Peacock Global Award for Sustainability. Doha Bank sustainable performance is second to none. Successfully closes new bond issuance with strong investors' demand. New bond EMTN was very well. US mid swap plus 150 basis points. We announced the winner for Aldana, 2.5 million, the biggest cash prize in Qatar. Doha Bank becomes the first bank in Qatar to launch a full suite of Visa corporate card solution. Qatar National Bank, 3.3 billion. Qatar Islamic Bank, 0.75 billion. Ali Bank, 19%. They have shown a good growth. Now, in terms of overall, CBQ is the best performer, nearly 600 million, 50% growth compared to last year. Emirates NBD, 2.32 billion, that is 12%. First Abu Dhabi Bank, 2.5 billion, that is 3%. Now, if you look at the big picture, they're all in the fast tracking. Bank Muscat has done exceedingly well, 47.15 million, that is 42% up. Increase mainly due to low impairment charges, decrease in mainly attributed to precautionary and collective provisions created in the first quarter last year has been productive. Now you don't require. Net interest income surged again. Operating expenses decreased. Loan growth 2.2%. Deposit growth 2.1%. National Bank of Kuwait 84.3 KD. That's good. 8.5% growth. If you look at the overall lending growth in the system, Qatar banking system, let's take Qatar. Loan growth 5%. Deposit growth 4%. Government sector 10%. Loan growth 4.4%. Let's say 4%. Deposit growth 4%. Government sector 10%. Real estate 3%. Consumption 6%. Contracting 1%. Trading flat. Services minus 1%. There's a contraction of 1% in total. So it's all going in the right direction. And Qatar's economy should do 166 billion. As per the IMF forecast in April. And inflation is around 2.41%. Government gross debt to GDP is around 60%. Current account balance is 7%. positive percentage of GDP. Now, so far, 34.5 billion has been issued in terms of GCC bonds. Doha Bank 500 million, Bank Muscat 500 million, Sharjah government 1.25, Bahrain government 2 billion, Oman government 3.25 billion, QNB 1 billion, Emirates NBD 750, Al Ahly Bank of Qatar 300 million, RX funding 600 million, Saudi 15 billion, Saudi government. Let's look at the COVID. COVID, we have 205,000 people are infected. Death is around 450. Minimum death. Now, that's the status. When it comes to vaccination, 1.5 million, nearly 60% of the population has been vaccinated, fully vaccinated. Is not available, but at least one dose has gone for the population, near over 60%. Now, when it comes to financial markets, Qatar market has done 4.6%, Dubai market has done 4.6%, Abu Dhabi is around 20%, Saudi Arabia is around 20%, Oman is around 3%, Bahrain is flat, and Kuwait is around 13% growth. Moody's Investors Service has changed the outlook on the government of Bahrain to negative from stable, and affirm B2 long-term issuers and senior unsecured ratings. When it comes to WTI, NYMEX, New York crude $64 per barrel, nearly 31% up. Brent 67, that is nearly 30% again. Natural gas 2.93, that is 12% up. Oil price rose. The news coming out from Vienna that OPEC believes that market will be able to accommodate higher oil supply despite the worsening of the COVID situation. The world third largest oil importer in India. Gold 1769, that's come down by nearly 7%. That has come down. Silver 25.91, that's come down by 2%. Gold headed for a first weekly decline as the metal April rebound stalled under pressure from rising bond yields and firmer dollar. Dollar is getting strengthened. 10-year yields rose to the highest more than 2 weeks, weighing on the gold because of the precious metal does not offer interest as investors gain focused on inflationary pressures as the world economy recovers. When it comes to credit default swap rates, 45.338, Saudi 66, Dubai 99, Abu Dhabi 45, Bahrain 199, Qatar as well as Abu Dhabi at 45 basis points. Dollar index at 91, Euro is at 1.22, Pound sterling 1.38, Pound sterling $1.38, Euro at $1.20. Dollar index is itself 91, Yen at 109.31 against the US dollar. Federal news, if you look at it, Open Market Committee offered a brighter future than they had in March, but kept the interest rate close to zero and debt purchases steady at 120 billion. 120 billion debt purchases will take place. So Open Market Committee is there. Qatar has promulgated foreign ownership. Now we have seen if the law implemented, companies would have to individually approve the increased limit from 49% to 100%. Non-Qatari investors can own up to 100% of the capital of the Qatari shareholding listed on the enterprise. We have seen 2 banks already agreed to proceed with the change, and I'm sure individual banks will also look at it. It will increase the inflow by nearly 2 billion, and we have plenty of reasons to believe the IPOs are not taking off as much as it should. The 2021 logistic from TriStar has dropped plans for initial public offering in Dubai, with sources saying that deal did not attract enough investors' demand. In Qatar, life and medical insurance companies raised 179 and was the first IPO in the Qatar exchange since the fourth quarter of 2019, making QLM the third largest IPO of the MENA region during 2020. IPO happened in December 20, first trading happened in January 2021. So it was last year, $179 million. Now, Logistic firm TriStar has dropped plans. Now, NCB Samba group mergers, and again, GCC banking sector is in the right direction to consolidate, and UAE and Saudi Arabia dominated top 10 merger and acquisition deals in the Middle East, Africa last year, driven by energy banking, banking transactions. Middle East and Africa recorded 346 M&A transactions last year. The value of deals in 2020 nearly 97 billion. Now, Abu Dhabi National Energy Company and Abu Dhabi Power Company also there. When it comes to India's economic growth in the current context, India must vaccinate its population with a single-minded focus to achieve the immunity and avoid any further wave as the country is facing now. The growth is revised downward from 11% to 10.4%, and that's the situation in the global prospects, financial markets, and Qatar's positioning in terms of interbank comparison and the regional performance of the various financial institutions.